Welcome back everyone. Today we are going to start chapter 1, rational numbers. Introduction. In mathematics, we frequently come across simple equations to be solved. For example, the equation like x plus 2 is equal to 13 is solved when x is equal to 11. So when we put x is equal to 11, the answer is 13. So because this value of x satisfies the given equation, the solution 11 is a natural number. On the other hand, for an equation x plus 5 is equal to 5, that means the solution gives the whole number 0. If we consider only natural numbers, equation 2 cannot be solved. So when we put any other number other than 0, the equation will not be satisfied. To solve equation like 2, we added the number 0 to the collection of natural number and obtain the whole numbers. Even whole numbers will not be sufficient to solve equation of the type x plus 18 is equal to 5. So it cannot be solved. So do you see why we require the number minus 13, which is not a whole number? This led to think of integers positive and negative. Note that the positive integers correspond to natural numbers. One may think that we have enough numbers to solve all simple equations with the available list of integers. Now consider the equations 2x is equal to 3, 5x plus 7 is equal to 0, for which we cannot find a solution from the integer. Check this. We need the number 3 by 2 to solve equation number 4. So to solving this, we need the value of 3 by 2 here. So to solve equation 5, we need minus 7 by 5. So this leads us to the collection of rational numbers. We have already seen basic operations on rational numbers. We now try to explore some properties of operations on the different type of numbers seen so far. So here are the properties of rational numbers. 1.2.1 closure. So whole numbers. Let us revisit the closure property of all the operations on the whole number in brief. So there is addition operation. The number is 0 plus 5 is equal to 5, a whole number. 4 plus 7 is equal to 11. It is a whole number. Is it a whole number? In general, a plus b is a whole number. Number for any two whole numbers, a and b. Remark is whole numbers are closed under addition. So subtraction 5 minus 7 is equal to minus 2, which is not a whole number. Whole numbers are not closed under subtractions. Multiplication 0 into 3 is equal to 0, a whole number. 3 into 7 is equal to 21. It is a whole number. In general, if a and b are two whole number, their product a into b is a whole number. Whole numbers are closed under multiplication. Now division 5 divided by 8 is equal to 5 by 8, which is not a whole number. Whole numbers are not closed under division. So check the closure property under all the four operations for natural number. So second is integer. Let us now recall the operations under the integers are closed. So operation is addition. The numbers is minus 6 plus 5 is equal to minus 1, and integer is minus 7 plus minus 5, an integer is 8 plus 5, an integer. In general, a plus b is an integer for any two integer a and b. Integers are closed under addition. Subtraction 7 minus 5 is equal to 2, an integer is 5 minus 7, an integer. Minus 6 minus 8 is equal to minus 14 is an integer. Integers are closed under subtractions. So now multiplication 5 into 8 is equal to 40, an integer is minus 5 into 8, an integer, and minus 5 into minus 8 is equal to 40, an integer. In general, for any two integers, a into b is also an integer. So integers are closed under multiplication also. Now division 5 divided by 8 is equal to 5 by 8, which is not an integer. So integers are not closed under division. So you have seen the whole numbers are closed under addition and multiplication, but not under subtraction and division. However, integers are closed under addition, subtraction and multiplication, but not under division. So you can see the two differences there. So now rational numbers. Recall that a number which can be written in a form p upon q, where p and q are integers and q is not equal to 0, is called a rational number. We are studying in 7th standard. For example, minus 2 upon 3, 6 upon 7 and 9 upon minus 5 are all rational numbers. Since the number 0, minus 2 and 4 can be written in the form p upon q, they are also rational numbers. Check it. So A, you know how to add two rational numbers. Let us add a few pairs. So you can see here 3 upon 8 minus plus minus 5 upon 7 is equal to we have taken LCM. So here it is 21 plus minus 40. So here we get 19 upon 56. So it is a rational number. So minus 3 upon 8 plus minus 4 upon 5 is minus 15 plus minus 32 upon 40, which gives, we can add it, 47 upon 40. Now here also 4 upon 7 plus 6 upon 11. So you can do that. Is it a rational number? You can find out. We find that sum of two rational numbers is again a rational number. Check it for a few more pairs of rational number. We say that rational numbers are closed under addition. That is, for any two rational numbers a and b, a plus b is also a rational number. So where will the difference of two rational numbers be again a rational number? So we have minus 5 upon 7 minus 2 upon 3. That will give 21 as LCM, and minus 5 into 3 minus 2 into 7, that is minus 29 upon 21, which is a rational number. Now 5 upon 8 minus 4 upon 5, which gives 40. 25 minus 32, which gives 7 upon 40, which is a rational number. Here also you can see that similar way you can do that. It will also be a rational number. So try this for some more pairs of rational number. We will find that rational numbers are closed under subtraction. That is, for any two rational numbers a and b, a minus b is also a rational number. So now I'll see the product of two rational numbers. Minus 2 upon 3 into 4 upon 5, that will give minus 8 upon 15. 3 upon 7 into 2 upon 5, that will give 35 upon 6 upon 35. So both are rational number. So here also you can see minus 24, sorry, plus 24 upon 55, which is a rational number. So take some more pairs of rational numbers and check that their product is again a rational number. We see that rational numbers are closed under multiplication also. That is, for any two rational numbers a and b, a into b is also a rational number. So we note that minus 5 upon 3 divided by 2 upon 5, that will give 25 upon 6 in negative. So it is also a rational number. So 2 upon 7 divided by 5 upon 3, which will give a rational number. So can you say that the rational numbers are closed under division? We find that for any rational number a divided by 0 is not defined. So rational numbers are not closed under division. So here for this case we can say that it is not a rational number. So the rational numbers are not closed under division. However, if we exclude 0, then the collection of all other rational number is closed under division. So only for this case it is not a rational number because it is not defined. So now try these. They are fill in the blanks. You can do that. So 1.2.2 commutativity, whole numbers. Recall the commutativity of different operations for whole numbers by filling the following table. So you can see here addition, the numbers are 0 plus 7 is equal to 7 plus 0, which will give the same. To 2 plus 3 and 3 plus 2 will give 5. So for any two whole number a and b, a plus b is equal to b plus a. Addition is commutative. So you can see here subtraction also you can do like that. Multiplication and division also, it is very easy. You can check that. So for integer, fill in the following table and check the commutativity of different operations for integer. So you can see here for subtraction is given here. So now 5 minus 3 will give minus 3 minus 5. So it will be minus 8. So subtraction was not commutative because here it is coming positive and here it is coming negative. So it is not commutative. We can do it for multiplication and division also. Now rational numbers. Addition, you know how to add two rational numbers. Let us add a few pairs here. So you can see here minus 2 upon 3 plus 5 upon 7 is equal to 1 by 21, and 5 upon, we are just doing the opposite here, plus minus 2 upon 3 is equal to 1 by 21. So minus 2 by 3 plus 5 by 7 is equal to 5 by 7 plus minus 2 by 3. So minus 6 upon 5 plus minus 8 upon 5. Here we are doing minus here the answer will be, you have to find out, and here also you can see minus 8 upon 3 plus minus 6 upon 5. So it is also like the same, you can do that yourself. Minus 6 upon 5 plus minus 8 upon 5 minus 8 upon 3 is equal to, just bring it here, minus 8 upon 3 plus minus 6 upon 5. So you can see here they are also getting a rational number. So you find that two rational numbers can be added in any order. You can say that addition is commutative for rational numbers. That is, for any two rational numbers a and b, a plus b is equal to b plus a. Now for subtraction is 2 by 3 minus 5 by 4 is equal to 5 by 4 minus 2 by 3. So we have to find out that. So you will find that subtraction is not commutative for rational numbers. Note that the subtraction is not commutative for integers, and integers also are rational number. So subtraction will not be commutative for rational numbers too. So when you will do that, it will not come the same. A plus b will not be b plus a. A minus b is not be equal to b minus a. So it is not commutative. Now for multiplication, we have minus 7 by 3 into 6 by 5. That is, we multiply here. So it will come minus 7 by 3. You can see here. And here also it will come like, when you do, it is commutative. So you will find that multiplication is commutative for rational numbers. In general, a into b is equal to b into a for any two rational numbers, a and b. So when you look at this, so when we multiply it, the negative sign will remain as it is. And when we interchange this for multiplication, it doesn't matter what the numbers are, it will always be commutative. So division is minus 5 by 4 divided by 3 by 4 is equal to 3 by 7 divided by minus 5 by 4. So it will not be commutative. You will find that the expression on both sides are not equal. So division is not commutative for rational numbers. You can try this and write here is they are commutative or not. Integers, natural number, whole number, everything is given there. So now associativity. First is whole numbers. Recall the associativity of 4 operations for whole numbers through the table. So you can see here they have given you have to do for addition and subtraction. For multiplication they have given is 7 into 2 into 3 is equal to 7 into 2 into 5. So it will be commutative, it will become the same answer. So 4 into 6 into 0 is equal to, in bracket, 4 into 6 and into 0. So for any three whole number, a, b and c, like this, a into, in bracket, b into c is equal to a into b and into c. So it is associative. Addition is also associative, but subtraction and division will not be associative like this when you do it for these things. So you have to fill in the blanks for others. Integers, associativity for 4 operations for integers can be seen from this table. So you can see associativity for integers are given here. So is minus 2 plus 3 plus minus 4 is equal to minus 2 plus 3 plus minus 4. The answer will be equal. So it will be associative. Minus 6 plus minus 4 plus minus 5 is equal to minus 6 plus minus 4 plus minus 5. So it will be associative. When you do like this, it will become the equal answer, equal both sides. So it will be associative. Now for subtraction, 5 minus 7 minus 3 in bracket 5 minus 7 minus 3. So when you do here, it will come like 4. So it will be 1 is equal to 5 minus 7 minus 2 minus 3 minus, it will be minus 5. So 1 is not equal to minus 5. So it is not associative property. It is not subtraction is not associative. So is 5 into minus 7 into minus 8 is equal to 5 into minus 7 into minus 8. So it will be equal. So it will be a associative property for any three integers, a into b into c, a into a comma b comma c, a into b into c is equal to, in bracket, a into b into c will be associative, will be equal. So is minus 10 divided by 2 divided by minus 5 is equal to minus 10 divided by 2 divided by minus 5. So this will not be equal. So division is not an associative property. So now rational numbers, you can see addition. We have minus 2 upon 3 plus 3 upon 5 plus minus 5 upon 6 is equal to minus 2 upon 3 plus minus 7 by 30. So is equal to minus 27 upon 30. So we will cancel out minus 9 upon 10. Now we will bring the bracket here to check whether it is associative or not. Minus 2 by 3 plus 3 by 5 plus minus 5 by 6. So it will be minus 1 by 15 and minus 5 by 6. So it will be minus 27 upon 30, which will be minus 9 by 10. So it is associative. It is satisfying the associative property. So take some more rational numbers, add them as above, and see if the two sums are equal. We find that addition is associative for rational numbers. That is, for any three rational numbers a, b and c, a plus in bracket b plus c is equal to a plus b in bracket plus c. So subtraction, we already know that subtraction is not associative for integer. Then what about rational numbers? So it will not be associative for rational number also. You can see here, it will not be equal. So multiplication, let us check the associativity for multiplication. So you can see here, it will be associative. When you check out, you can see here, when we multiply these things, it will come minus 70 upon 108, so minus 35 upon 54. So here we will get the same minus 35 upon 54. So it is associative. Take some more rational numbers and check out for yourself. So we observe that multiplication is an associative for rational numbers, that is for any three rational number ABC, A into in bracket B into C is equal to in bracket A into B into C will be equal. So division, recall that division is not associative for integer. Then what about the rational numbers? So here also you will see that it is not, the answer will not be equal in this case. You can see here when we check the LHS and RHS, it will not be equal. So we see that it is not associative. So there are examples also given here, so you can do the examples. So find 3 upon 7 plus minus 6 upon 11 plus minus 8 upon 21 plus 5 upon 22. So when we solve this, you can see here they are doing it. So 198 upon 462 plus minus 252 upon 462 plus minus 176 upon 462 plus 105 upon 462. Note that 462 is the LCM of these 4 terms. So now you will the denominator becomes common, and we will subtract and add the above things. So it will become minus 125 upon 462. So we can also solve it as you can solve like this also. So they have taken these two as a 1 and these two as another term. So they are solving this separately. So here we get the LCM 21, here we get 22, and above 9 plus minus 8 and minus 12 plus 5. So here you can see that when you multiply these two, when you add these two, you will get minus 22 minus 147 upon 462, that is minus 125 upon 462. Do you think the properties of commutativity and associative made the calculation easier? So you can see here they have used the commutative property and associative property. So it has become very easy. So then the first method. So here we find that for minus 4 by 5 into 3 by 7 into 15 by 16 into minus 14 by 9. So when we do that, it is all in multiplication. You just have to multiply all the terms. So finally you will get, so you can see here, this will become 35 and this will become how much? 144. So when you solve this, so you will get, this will cancel out and you will get minus 12 upon 35 into minus 35 upon 24. So when you multiply these two, you will get, this will be cancel out and this is 1 upon 2. So this will become 1 upon 2 and the negative will, when you multiply two negatives, it will become positive. So it will be 1 by 2. So you can do it like this also. Yeah, they are using commutative property here and associative property. So you can see here they have taken these two together and these two together and multiplied it. It becomes a lot easier. They cancel these two get cancelled, so become 3 by 4. And here also these two will get cancelled, this will become 2 and this will become 3. So it will become minus 2 by 3. So it will become 1 by 2. Very easy. 1.2.4, the role of 0. Look at the following. So you can see 2 plus 0 is equal to 0 plus 2 is equal to 2. Therefore addition of 0 to a whole number. You can see here minus 5 plus 0 is equal to 0 plus minus 5 is equal to minus 5. That is addition of 0 to an integer. Now minus 2 by 7 plus 0 is equal to 0 plus minus 2 by 7, that is minus 2 by 7. So addition of 0 to a rational number. So you have done such addition earlier also. So do a few more such additions. What do you observe? You will find that when you add 0 to a whole number, the sum is again the whole number. This happens for integers and rational numbers also. So in general, a plus 0 is equal to 0 plus a is equal to a, where a is a whole number. B plus 0 is equal to 0 plus b is equal to b, that is b is the integer, where b is the integer. C plus 0 is equal to 0 plus c is equal to c, where c is a rational number. So 0 is called the identity for addition of rational number. It is the additive identity for integer and whole number as well. So the rule of 1, we have 5 into 1 is equal to 5, 1 into 5 is equal to also is equal to 5. So multiplication of 1 with a whole number. So here also you can multiply 1, you will get the same thing. Here also you multiply, you get the same thing. What do you find? You find that when you multiply any rational number with 1, you get back the same rational number as the product. Check this for a few more rational numbers. You will find that a into 1 is equal to 1 into a is equal to a for any rational number a. we say that 1 is a multiplicative identity for rational numbers. Is 1 the multiplicative identity for integer as well? So think and discuss. If a property holds for rational numbers, will it also hold for integers? For whole numbers, which will not. So negative for rational number, negative of a number. While studying integers, you have come across negatives of integer. So what is the negative of 1? So if it is minus 1, then 1 plus minus 1 is equal to 0. You can see this will become minus. So this will be 0. So what will be the negative of minus 1? It will be 1. So you can see. Also 2 plus minus 2 is equal to minus 2 plus 2 is equal to 0. So you can say that 2 is the negative or additive inverse of minus 2, and vice versa. In general, for an integer a, we have a plus minus a is equal to minus a plus a is equal to 0. So a is negative of minus a and minus a is negative of a. So for the rational number 2 upon 3, we have 2 by 3 plus minus 2 by 3 is equal to 2 plus 2. This 2 plus minus 2 will become 0. So 0 upon anything will become 0. Now also you can see that minus 2 by 3 plus 2 by 3 is equal to 0. So we know that both will cancel out themselves. So minus 8 by 9 plus 8 by 9 is equal to 8 by 9 plus minus 8 by 9 will be 0. Now here also 11 plus 11 by 7 plus minus 11 by 7 is equal to minus 11 by 7 plus 11 by 7 is equal to 0. So in general, for rational number a by b, we have a by b plus minus a by b is equal to minus a by b plus a by b is equal to 0. We can say that minus a by b is the additive inverse of a by b, and a by b is the additive inverse of minus a by b. So now 1.2.7 reciprocal. We by which rational number would you multiply to get the product 1? So you will get simply reciprocate it and multiply it. You will get 1 obviously. So 21 by 8, you can see the reciprocal of this is this 21 by 8. Hence 8 by 21 is equal to 21 by 8 is equal to 1. Similarly for minus 5 by 7, it will be multiplied by 7 by minus 5. The product will be 1. We say that 21 upon 8 is the reciprocal of 8 by 21, and 7 by minus 5 is reciprocal of minus 5 by 7. So can you say that what is the reciprocal of 0? So is there a rational number which when multiplied by 0 gives 1, thus 0 has no reciprocal? We say that a rational number c by d is called the reciprocal or multiplicative inverse of another non-zero rational number a by b if a by b into c by d is equal to 1. So now distributivity of multiplication over addition for rational numbers. So to understand this, consider the rational numbers minus 3 by 4, 2 by 3 and minus 5 by 6. So you can see here minus 3 by 4 into 2 by 3 plus minus 5 by 6 is equal to minus 3 by 2. We are taking LCM. So 6 4 plus minus 5 is equal to minus 1. So you can see minus 3 by 4 into minus 1 by 6, it will give minus will become positive. So 3 upon 24 is equal to 1 by 8. Or similarly minus 3 by 4 into 2 by 3 is equal to minus 3 into 2, 4 into 3, that is minus 6 by 12 is equal to minus 1 by 2. And minus 3 by 4 into minus 5 by 6 is equal to 5 by 8. Therefore minus 3 by 4 into 2 by 3 is equal to plus minus 3 by 4 into minus 5 by 6 is equal to minus 1 by 2 plus 5 by 8, that is 1 by 8. Thus minus 3 by 4 into 2 by 3 plus minus 5 by 6 is equal to minus 3 by 4 into 2 by 3 plus minus 3 by 4 into minus 5 by 6. So distributivity of multiplication over addition and subtraction for all rational number ABC, a into b plus c is equal to ab plus ac. Here ab minus c will become ab minus ac. So you can try the other examples. So here is an additive inverse of the following: minus 7 by 19. So 7 by 19 is the additive inverse of minus 7 by 19, because minus 7 by 9 plus 7 by 19 is equal to minus 7 plus 7 becomes 0. So it will become 0 upon something is 0. So the additive inverse of 21 by 112 is minus 21 by 112. So you can check it as similar as this. So verify minus x minus of minus x is same as x. For x is equal to 13 by 17. So 13 by 70, the additive inverse is minus 13 by 7. Since 13 by 7 plus minus 13 by 7 is equal to 0. Thus the same quality 13 by 17 plus 30 minus 13 by 17 is equal to 0 shows that the additive inverse of minus 13 by 7 is 13 by 7. So minus of minus 13 by 7 is 13 by 7, that is minus of minus x is x. Similarly, second one, additive inverse of x is equal to minus 21 by 31 is minus x is equal to, so we have multiplied both sides by minus 21 by 31. Since minus 21 by 31 plus 21 by 31 is equal to 0, the same equality minus 21 by 31 plus 21 by 31 is equal to 0 shows that the additive inverse of 21 by 32 is minus 21 by 32, that is minus x of x minus x is x. So in another example, number 5. So 2 by 5 into minus 3 by 7 minus 1 by 14 minus 3 by 7 into 3 by 5. So here they are using commutativity. 2 by 5 into minus 3 by 7 minus 3 by 7 into 3 by 5 minus 14. 1 by 14 is equal to 2 by 5 into minus 3 by 7 plus minus 3 by 7 into 3 by 5 minus 1 by 14. So we are taking this common, minus 3 by 7 we have taken common. So it will become 2 by 5 plus 3 by 5. So this will become 1 is equal to 1 by 14. So 5, this will also become 5, this will also become 1, so it is 1. So minus 3 by 7 into 1 minus 1 by 14. So it will be, we are taking LCM, 14 LCM. So minus 6 minus 7 is equal to minus 7. So minus 7 upon minus 7 upon 14 is equal to minus 1 by 2. So here is an exercise 1.1. So you can solve it. If you have any doubt, you can ask it in the comment section. So representation of rational number on the number line. So you must have seen the number line. So you have learned to represent natural number, whole numbers, integer and rational numbers on a number line. Let us revise them. So you can see natural numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The line extends indefinitely only to the right side of 1. So you can see indefinitely it is going through the right side of 1. Whole number 0 to 8. The line extends indefinitely to the right, but from 0. So you can see 0 is also included in whole number. There is no numbers to the left of the 0. So integers, you can see the both side of zeros. The line extends indefinitely on both sides. Do you see any number between minus 1, 0, 0 to minus 1, etc. So you can see rational number, the line extends indefinitely on both sides, but you can now see numbers between minus 1, 0, 0 and minus 2. You can see between 0 and 1 there are many other numbers also. You can see minus 1 by 2, and here also between 0 and 1 there is 1 by 2. So there are many other. And the point on the number line which is the halfway between 0 and 1 has been labeled 1 by 2. Also the first of the equally spaced points that divides the distance between 0 and 1 into 3 equal parts can be labeled 1 by 3. As on number line 5, you can see how would you label the second of the division point on number line 5. So here the point to be labeled is twice as far from and to the right of 0 as the point labeled 1 by 3. So it is 2 times 1 by 3, that is 2 by 3. You can also continue to label equal space point on the number line in the same way. In this combination, the next marking is 1. You can see that 1 is the same as 3 by 3. So 3 by 3 becomes 1. So you can see here 3 by 3 is 1. So here is 1. So it is equally spaced. Then comes 4 by 3, 5 by 3, 6 by 3, that is 2. And here 7 by 3 and so on, as you can see in number line 6th. So to represent 1 by 8, the number line may be divided into 8 equal parts. So it is clear. Show that shown, you can see between 1 to 0 there are 8 divisions. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So we use the number 1 by 8 to name the first point of the division. The second point of division will be 2 by 8, and similarly third point 3 by 8 and so on till 8 by 8, that is equal to 1. So here also you can see 7th. Any number, any rational number can be represented on the number line in this way. In a rational number, the numeral below the bar, that is the denominator, tells us the number of equal parts into which the first unit has been divided. The numeral above the bar, that is the numerator, tells how many of these parts are considered. So a rational number such as 4 by 9 means 4 of 9 equal parts of the right of 0 of the number line 7, you can see. And for minus 7 by 4, 7 marking of distance 1 by 4 each on the left of 0, and starting from 0, the 7th marking is minus 7 by 4, number line 9 you can see. So you can see 4 by 9, there are 9 equal parts and it is 4th. So you can see here also minus 7 by 4, it's the same. So you can try the others also examples. So rational numbers between two rational numbers. Can you tell the natural number between 1 and 5? They are 2, 3, 4. How many natural numbers are between 7 and 9? Obviously 1, and it is 8. How many natural numbers are between 10 and 11? Obviously none. List the integer that lies between minus 5 and 4. So you can see minus 4, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. So these are the integers. How many integers are between minus 1 and 1? So you know that it is 0. How many integers are between minus 9 and minus 10? So there is no other integers in between them. You will find the definite number of natural number integers between two natural numbers. So how many rational numbers are between 3 by 10 and 7 by 10? You may have thought that they are only 4 by 10, 5 by 10 and 6 by 10, but you can also write 3 by 10 as 30 by 100 and 7 by 10 as 70 by 100. Now the numbers 31 by 100, 32 by 100, 3300, so on till 69 by 100, all between 3 by 10 and 7 by 10. The numbers of these rational numbers is 39. Also 3 by 10 can be expressed as 3000 upon 10,000 and 7 by 10 as 7000 upon 10,000. Can we see that the rational number 3001 upon 10,000, 3002 upon 10,000 are between 3 by 10 and 7 by 10. These are 3999 numbers in all. In this way, we can go on inserting more and more rational numbers between 3 upon 10 and 7 by 10. And so unlike natural numbers and integers, the number of rational numbers between two rational numbers is not definite. Here is one more example. So how many rational numbers are between minus 1 by 10 and 3 by 10? Obviously 0 by 10, 1 by 10, 2 by 10 are rational numbers between the given number. If we write minus 1 by 10 as minus 10,000 by 1 lakh and 3 by 10 as 30,000 upon 1 lakh, we can get the rational numbers minus 999 upon 1 lakh, minus 9998 upon 1 lakh. Similarly, it goes to 229,999 upon 1 lakh. So between minus 1 by 10 and 3 by 10, you will find that you get countless rational numbers between any two given rational number. So here is example number 6, where any three rational numbers between minus 2 and 0. So minus 2 can be written as minus 20 by 10 and 0 can be written as 0 by 10. Similarly, you get minus 19 by 10, minus 18 by 10 and so on till minus 1 by 10. Between minus 2 and 0, you can take any three of these rational numbers. So you can see here example, find any 10 rational number between minus 5 by 6 to 5 by 8. So we first convert from minus 5 by 6 and 5 by 8 to rational numbers which has the same denominator. So what we have done, we have multiplied and divided by 4. So we get minus 20 upon 24 and 5 by 8 into 5 by 8 to 3 by 3 divided by 3. You get 15 by 24. So thus we can have minus 19 by 24 to 14 by 24 as there are the rational number between minus 20 and 24 and 15 and 24. You can take any or 10 from this. Another method, let us find rational number between 1 and 2. One of them is 1.5 and or you can write 1.2, 1 by 2 or 3 by 2. This means that 1 and 2 you have studied in class 7th. While we find that between any two given number, we need not necessarily get an integer, but there will be always lie a rational number. So we can use the idea of mean also to find rational number between any two given number. So find a rational number between 1 by 4 and 1 by 2. So we find the mean of the given number. So we just divide the two number by 2 because there are two terms. So mean will be the two terms divided by 2. 1 by 4 plus 1 by 2 divided by 2, that is 1 by 1 plus 2 upon 3. 1 plus 2 upon 4, that is divided by 2, that will become 3 by 4 into 1 by 2, that is 3 by 8. So 3 by 8 lies between 1 by 4 and 1 by 2. So this can be seen as the number line. So you can see they have given here 3 by 8. So find the midpoint of AB which is C. So we represent it by 3 by 8. So we find 1 by 4 is 1 by 3 by 8 is between 1 by 4 and 1 by 2. So if A and B are two rational numbers, then A plus B by 2 is a rational number between A and B, such that A is between A plus B by 2 and B. So this is between A and B. This again shows that there are countless rational numbers between any two given rational numbers. So find three rational numbers between 1 by 4 and 1 by 2. So we find the mean of the given rational number as given in the above example. This means that 3 by 8 and is equal to 1 by 4 is less than 3 by 4. 3 by 8 is less than 1 by 2. So we find another rational number between 1 by 4 and 3 by 8. For this we find the mean of these two. So we get 5 by 16 as the mean. So you get this as the mean. So you can see now I find the mean between these two. So here they are finding the mean between these two. So you'll get another rational number between them. So the mean is coming as 3 by 7 by 16. So you get 7 by 16 in between them. So thus for 5 by 16, 3 by 8 and 7 by 16 are the three rational number between 1 by 4 and 1 by 2. This can be clearly shown as in the number line, as you can see. They can be shown in the number by, this will become 5 by 16 and this will be 7 by 16. Very easy. In the same way we can obtain as many rational numbers as we want between given two rational numbers.